Okay, so continuing from the first part that I posted, we are taking it from there. And I think we got to where the other three missionaries came to add up to Andreas Rees. Then two of them also died. I mean, the males. Remember, I think I'm three no by remember two of our no me no so de ebe wuye. Remember ka obaba ko friend and Walters. And Andreas Rees I know a worry no man be then omotoa nyankopon adwuma no. So they continue the evangelical work. Now this is where it gets interesting. So Andreas Rees, Todd Krobo and Shai, preached in Akwamu and Achem. More names are areas. The one no more moye asempaka no moye asempatre. But something weird happened. I see it to be weird. But after 12 years, no single soul had been won. How are you evangelizing for 12 years? No single soul had been won. Yet they had the courage to do. Not this our generation. So what they had to do was to return back to Europe. They returned, but not also in 1840, they returned back to Europe. Let's continue. So these were the renewed mission. Renewed mission. I think the people that were also to come and continue the evangelism. I think in 1843, after 3 years, that Tina Andreas Rees, Andreas Rees, Johann George Widman, and Heman Halo, and George Thompson. All right. Now, the West Indians. When we started, I told you that we were having 3 missionaries. Near Wakumi and San, Ombekabu Moyema, Presbyterian, Ejina Ghana. And I said that the Basel missionaries are 1. And all the West Indians, now we are Jamaica for. Yes, almost they came. But when they were coming, they came in numbers. 25 of them, 25 West Indians who were members of the Moravian Church. I think I told you about that. So these were the people who came. There were 6 families and 4 unmarried people. So these were their names. We have Halls, we have Rochesters, we have Millers, Mullins, Walkers, and Greens. And also we had David Robinson, we have Alexander Clerk, Johans, Hosford, and Catherine Gateway Mulgrave. So these people came also to continue the work of God. I'll put their picture or their church, the image on it. Yeah, this is it. But I'll still put it on it for you to see. Now, they arrived in Akropong. The arrival in Akropong. So they arrived in Akropong and the Lord blessed their ministry, and soon schools were started in Akropong and Osu. So when they came, also to continue from where the others left, God now came in, intervened, and they started building new schools. Schools and what? They started building ministry, and soon schools were started in Akropong and Osu. This was the beginning of the successful ventures. I mean, this is when Presbyterian Church became Presby. That's where it all started. Now, the labor of the missionaries became fruitful after 90 years. So the thing is not easy. People started some years ago. Not even a single soul was able to be won. But after 19 years, when these people consistently came to preach the gospel, that was when sorry. So 2 of the school children were baptized in 1847. Isn't it marvelous? So after 19 years, and they were students in the school number 10. Very marvelous. So expansion by 1899. So but almost 30 years now. Like they were now building the ministry, the churches in the various towns. So Akropong from 1835 to 1843, Christianburg 1828 to 1845, Aburi 1847, Abokobi 1854, Odomase Krobo 1856 to 1859, Jadam Chebi 1861, Anum, I don't know whether that's how it's spelled, 1864, Ada, and I said Ada was a name. They've mentioned a name like that. 1867, Abetifi. 1876, Begro. 1876 now. No, when I come say 1896. So you could see that these people, they suffered before spreading the gospel in Ghana here, the then Gold Coast. So it wasn't easy for them. Now, then something came up. First World War. First World War came. Now, the Basel Mission Enterprise suffered its greatest setback during the period of the World War I. So, World War, so how do you continue evangelism? You understand? So, the British Colonial Office expelled all Germans from the colony for espionage. When we say espionage, like they were going to the spies, understand? To see, how worse the problem or the war was. So, they sent them back. So, this was made to include the Swiss as well. Switzerland for here, now, the Scottish mission. I told you that there were three missionaries, three movements. Now, these are one of them. The last one now, any. Now, the new leaders from the Scottish mission introduced the synod system in 1918. So, synod system, so in this system, all major decisions regarding the church were taken locally. So as at that time, all major decisions were taken locally. To local one when they are, if there is any decision to be made, you can make your decision over there. You can session, and as that session do over, you have to sit and make their decisions over there. That is what the history is saying. So hitherto, decisions were taken by the home committee of the Basel Mission. You understand? All right. Now, African leaders. How we got African leaders? So Reverend Peter Hall, first moderator of the synod. Reverend N.T. Clerk, the first synod clerk. Both men were second-generation West Indians, and they led the church in this very crucial period. So you can note them down. Now, naming of the church. This is where it was quite challenging. It became a problem. Let's get into it. So the government named the church the Scottish Mission Church. They named the church the Scottish Mission Church, but this was rejected by the Africans. They proposed the Native Evangelical Church. Native Evangelical Church. This was dropped in 1922 for good. Native Evangelical Church drop here. Later, they were to the Gan and P Church. Gan and P Church. Following the example of the Ewe Church. So they were ever for no more church for how much in the Ewe Church. So they were trying to name the church like Gan and P Church. Comes now. So this was not acceptable to the corner of Probo. Ultimate for chief for nay ever for dim one to an gun for dim to expect so now so Nene say Emmanuel Mate Kole, he proposed Gan Chi Dangwe Church. Gan Chi Dangwe Church. So they just wanted to make it in a way that every tribe are no more, and I say, yeah, those tribes at that moment no more sorry. Young for me in Amudi and our tribe no fan to send a equity, and I say, but it was still not what functioning. Now, this is where the real deal came in. The church adopted the name the Presbyterian Church of the Gold Coast at Abetifi in 1926. The church now adopted the name Presbyterian Church of the Gold Coast at Abetifi. In the next video, we will talk about how we continue from